If you thought he was Houdini against Baltimore, remember he was the galloping ghost in Kansas City? He'll need more of that.
You don't hear much talk about a Super Bowl hangover anymore. The Bengals not only made it back to the playoffs, they did so with a better record than last year and an 8-game winning streak. Now the goal is to make it back to the Super Bowl and win it this time around. And in this week's Who Dey conversation, we're going to talk about 3 lessons learned from last year's playoff run. Lap, you're up first.
I'm going to go back to my former playing days. The fact that the speed and tempo of the game accelerates. And man, my first postseason game, it was in 1975, my second year in the league, and I'm like, did I close my eyes? How did he get there that fast? And there's no other way to get used to it other than experience it. And the fact that a lot of players in this football team experienced that very thing last year through the playoffs to the Super Bowl. And the other thing is you realize playing when it's one and done is a different deal. You know, if you lay an egg, you don't have a chance for redemption. You lay an egg, that egg's sitting there the whole off season, you're done.
All right, there's a lesson from Lap. Butch, how about you?
Big players playing big, and we can start with that man right there, Smokey Joe. Okay, historic last year, 2 game-winning drives in his first 3 playoff games. If you thought he was Houdini against Baltimore, remember he was the galloping ghost in Kansas City? He'll need more of that. DJ Reader maybe played the most dominant defensive game in his franchise's history in the postseason against Tennessee. Trey Hendrickson, franchise sack leader, set the record, kept going. 3.5 sacks in the postseason. Jamar Chase, 2 100-yard games in his first 2 playoff games. T. Higgins finished up with 2 100-yard games in the last 2, including 100 in the Super Bowl. Big plays, the bell rings.
All right, we all remember how close the Bengals' playoff wins were last year, but it wasn't just the Bengals. In the last 2 rounds of the playoffs, in those 6 games, every game was either a 3-point game or an overtime game. In other words, when you get to the playoffs, chances are the games are going to be nail-biters, and the winning team has to make a key stop at the end of the game. Last year, in all 3 playoff wins, the Bengals' last snap on defense was an interception. Jermaine Pratt against Vegas, Logan Wilson against Tennessee, Von Bell against Kansas City. Lou's crew is going to have to deliver late in games. We'll see if they can follow those lessons and beat the Ravens on Sunday night. That's this week's Who Dey conversation.